Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. If you're joining us on Facebook Live, welcome. We are broadcasting via Zoom. So if you are on Facebook, I can't see you. So it's just, please realize that there is a bit of a delay with Facebook Live. And if you are watching us there, we'll try and monitor comments and get back to you, but we can't see them live from Zoom, just so you know. And the other bit that we always want to tell you is that the art chat is here for Bogdan and I to kind of plug our work and what we're doing in our art business. And everything that we're presenting is for sale. So if you fall in love with a piece, that's the time to buy it. And that can happen. And we can ship anywhere. So that's not an issue. So please fall in love.
Fabulous. And you guys, let me switch to the slideshow very briefly, so I can remind everybody where can they find us. We are on many platforms, not only in the studios at Silver, but we are online. We have both Facebook pages, either John Bishop Fine Art or Bogdan Photo Art, or you can follow us on Instagram, John Bishop Fine Art and Bogdan on Instagram. And if you like YouTube and if you like videos, you can always watch our art life vlogs.
And if none of that works, just come by the studio and we'll visit.
Fabulous. So let's go ahead and start with the first two pieces we want to feature in today's art chat. And my piece is called Garden Jewels number 6, and yours is
Maokai.
Maokai. Where is that coming from?
That is one of the Channel Islands, the Cook Channel Islands that belong to New Zealand. Mm-hmm. I call the series that. I'll get into that in a bit.
Fantastic. So let's start with my first piece. I thought it's like, we're getting ready for the winter time, and this kind of warm up each environment, this piece. Actually, for today's show, I chose two pieces from this series, the Jewel Garden series. And, I worked these pieces some time ago when I find myself sitting at home without driver's license because I just immigrated to the States and I had to wait for every piece of document. And there was a time when I couldn't do anything but just sit around the home and be creative. So part of those days were spent creating this how do you call this, floral arrangements. And there's a lot of work that went into this. Those are repeated patterns, repeated branches and fruits and seeds, whatever is in there. But each individual one is clean cut and rearranged and repositions to make this medallion in a way.
And I know the bush. The bush is right outside our back
right
window.
Outside the window, absolutely. And at some point, some time ago, let me stop share here for a second. I issue a very small variety of these prints. I have one right here. Mm-hmm. But now, and there are few people who collecting them already. But now I said, those contain so many details and they are so visually balanced that I'm going to have larger prints done on cotton paper. Mm-hmm.
They're like jewelry. I love them small because they were lovely in a collection, mm-hmm. But they're stunning pictures.
And then, to add some magic to it, I painted a little white kind of radiant, dusty looking things if you look around. Mm-hmm. And they're quite those are the variety I have. I think there's some others that I haven't, they didn't fit in this screen, but I found it very interesting, very lovely, and what a beautiful piece of art to have in this period of time, right?
Yeah, the colors are so vibrant. I always thought that these looked like, you call them jewels. So they kind of look like candy or like jewelry. It's just amazing colors, and they brighten your spirit. They really do.
And they're literally done with all the leaves and plants I found outside my door.
Yeah, you have to sweep the porch and get all this stuff off.
Sometime, yeah. You want to talk about your Maokai?
Sure. I have a series here. I think there are 15 in the series, and there just so happens to be 15 Cook Islands. So I named the series after the different islands in the Cook Islands. This one is Maokai. And the reason I call them that is because they when I finish them, they're just abstracts. But they kind of looked like maps to me. I called it the series I call Cartographic Distractions. And so that is beside the point. They weren't intended to look like islands. It just was a way for me to name them. So they're abstract expressionist kind of things. They've got some of my typical symbols, the sacred circle and the dots, which are harken back to Aboriginal painting, as well as, to me, the dots kind of give a motion, like there's a direction, a path through the piece. And yeah, they're done on paper, and they're all 9 by 12, so they're all quite small. But I think they're really, really vivid, and they look remarkable when they're framed. And I still have several of them left, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. I love the motion, I love the color. They look good when they're together, but they're really just outbursts of color and movement and emotion. And I just really like them. I think it's a nice series. And I think several of them have sold, but I still have several left in the series. And I thought I'd talk about Maokai today.
Now, let's start with some bits of news. You were working feverly to finish a piece lately.
And still doing it.
Oh my God, I can't believe you did that.
You must have taken this morning.
Yes.
Because it looks just a little more finished than that, because I've been working on it this morning. But I will have it finished in time for my presentation this evening. You have to get the scope of this. This painting is about 7 feet by about 5 feet. It's huge, and that's a lot of little bitty flowers. And you can't tell from here because each one of the flowers is painted has touched 4 times. So there's 2 base coats to give it some depth, and sometimes 3 base coats. And then there's a dot in the middle, and you can see down at the bottom left, I have some of the dots already there, but I don't have them all. So my day has been planned for me.
Are you going to? I think the original had a little purplish flower in it. Are you going to add another
original,
color?
you're referring to the inspiration piece for this, which is called Petal Study, which was only a 9 by 12, a 16 by 20 painting that I did several years ago. And the man who bought it kept saying, but you have to do this larger. Don't you have this larger? And I said, no. And I said, you want larger? I'm going to do larger. It's not finished yet. There is purple in there, Bogdan, and there will be more purple in there.
Oh, I see. They're so detailed that I cannot see it on the screen.
Right, and it's not finished yet. Yeah, it's been quite a project. It's an 8-week project for my art lab, which is part of the PRPGMX, my residency program in Mexico City. It's part of that art project that I'm doing. And so it's been 8 weeks, and the presentations go tonight, and then they'll start up a new one in a few weeks. Yeah, It's been fun. It's very meditative, but it also hurts a lot because that's a lot of those flowers.
I know. I can hear you every evening. Now I have to remind everybody that I'm getting closer for this exhibition in Mexico City. The PRPGMX just sent me some pictures last evening. They installed the pictures in the gallery, and they look fantastic. And then in between November 26 to 28, I will be participating in the same series inheritance at Fine Feria in Mexico City. So if you guys have no plans for Thanksgiving Day, buy your tickets right now and come visit me in Mexico City. That'd be fun.
Bring a big bag so you can buy a photograph.
You know, you don't have to. I have the box ready.
Yes, we can ship it. Thane will do that.
Yeah. Now, for those one who do not watch us on YouTube, we took a little break last week and went to South Padre Island. Something happened here with my technology, so I have to keep an eye on everything. And we had a fabulous time in South Padre Island. Let me play this video quickly without sound. And I had the room, the space, and the time to do a lot of droning, which I absolutely enjoyed.
It was a lovely break, and I was trying to think back. I think it's been over 4 years since we've had any kind of getaway vacation. We thought that the trip to Guadalajara was going to be a vacation, but it was solid work the whole time, and Mexico City will be very similar. So it was delightful to get away, to drink ridiculous rum drinks every night, and get some sunshine, which I'm very unaccustomed to, and even got my feet wet, you know, because the weather was perfect. It was in the 70s, but the water was warm because it's coming from the Gulf, and it was just a great break. We should have done it more often. And
we are lucky because now it's cold.
And now it turned cold.
Yeah.
Just made it.
Just made it. Guys, we want to plug in here our friend and artist, Jerry Guarino. And she has an exhibition here at Silver Street Studios starting now until November 26th. And that is Finding Rhythm with Line. Jenny is an Australian artist living and working in the States, in Texas here, in Houston. And she does this fantastic, unique pouring pieces like I never seen before.
Resin pieces, It's not paint pouring, it's resin. It's paint and resin, but
yeah, and it's worth coming here. It's her gallery, her exhibition is installed in the West Gallery, and it's open for public every day, Monday through Saturday, from 9 o'clock all the way to 5 o'clock in the evening.
9 to 5,
Another safe to date thing we want to add in here is December 4, guys. We have a art holiday shopping here at Silver Street Studios, and we want to ask you to come up and visit our studios and get your presents from us. And if by that time you haven't put your Christmas tree up, then even better, because you can get some unique decorations from John.
I do a different set of ornaments every year, and this year I is no exception. I have several that are available, and every year they sell out. So people must like buying decorations. And I should also say that this particular year, I forgot what I was going to say actually about this particular year. How silly. Oh, I know what I was going to say. It was throwing me. We're going to talk a little bit about John Ross Palmer's.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Right. They have an exhibition here at John Ross Palmer Gallery in the Heights. The show is called Triad, I believe.
Right. He's got a mentorship program that every year brings in artists. And this year, because of COVID, what he's done is brought back 3 artists who have been in the program before to do a special
and
edition of
the artists that are exhibiting right now are Hugo Perez, Sarah Rimba, and AVM Hawkins. We got the chance to see a preview last night, and guys, it's fabulous. You have to go. I have a note here. Let me see, when is this opening? It is
the 13th of No, that's the gala.
It's at this. It opens at 6 to 8 p.m. this evening.
Mhm.
So that's the news. Let me see what else we created, because you've been busy, but I've been busy myself too. I'm getting ready for that space exhibition. I can't remember when that is exactly. December or?
The exhibition opens on December the 2nd at Silver Street Studios. We have a visiting group coming to do a big kind of virtual reality exhibition about the the International Space Station. And so in conjunction with that, the tenants are doing an exhibition, and we're calling it Without Limits to kind of mimic the space theme.
And for this occasion, I wanted to take my work a little further and see what I can come up with this theme. So this is the first piece, is not ready. I'm just working on. I applied yesterday the texture of the red moon, and it's probably partially covered in gold foil here and there. But I like the cracks. And as a matter of fact, hold on, because I have it here. I had it right here, and it cracked up even better overnight.
Oh, cool. And so you're going to gild it with foil?
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah. So this is where I am on my artistic adventures.
And because I'm on the committee, the exhibition committee, I've already seen some of the works that people are doing. It's going to be a fun show. People are going lots of different directions.
Yeah. A lot of directions. Yeah.
Mm.
And then what new? You guys, if you want to check out my sculptural photography pieces, most of them are now uploaded via my website, and you can take a look of each one of them. Somebody the other day actually sent me a message that might be interested in one of these pieces, and that was a nice news. One of them, as you probably know, has sold recently, and that is Casa Culei, and went to Jessica here in Houston. And I'm so proud to know that that piece is in a nice home.
And these are really stunning. We mentioned this before. It is so hard to understand them when you just got a two-dimensional image like this. These are 3D. They come off the background. They're really very stunning, very theatrical.
And then we want to again thank you to all of you who are watching us, who are supporting us, who are following us and trust our artistic endeavors. And
Yes.
another special thank you this time goes to Lydia. Lydia, who is a recent collector of mine. She bought several pieces at the beginning of this month, and now she ordered 3 more large pieces. These ones from the Synopsis series. What a fantastic experience. And
God, they look really good together, don't they?
Yeah, she actually purchased the Cognition, the very right one, and then she emailed me. She said, I have a space in the bedroom upstairs, and this is where it's gonna go. And then last week she sent me a message. She said, listen, I changed my mind. I want to purchase 2 more to go with that one. And in fact, they all gonna go in the living room together. I like to make a triad out of them, and I want to look at them every minute when I'm home.
Oh, that's delightful.
I mean, what a delightful,
Get rid of the television. Just look at the art.
Yes. So thank you, Lydia. The pieces will be ready soon. They are ordered. And by the way, they are printed on UV acrylic.
On acrylic, yeah, they're stunning when they're on acrylic.
All right, it's 11:20, and I think we need to jump to the second part of the show. And as I've said before, the second one is Garden Jewels number 2. It's same series, the Garden Jewels, and it's done. We'll talk about it in a second. And yours is beach towel, because we returned from
Just from
a
the
beach
beach.
holiday.
Exactly.
Okay, guys. So I see actually both the Joel number 6 and Joel number 2 together on a wall. You know, they look fantastic. And this one is made out of leaves of the magnolia tree, and yellow and green, whatever was available. And I'm come up with this idea, and which I find very, very pleasant for the eyes. And what a nice element.
And these are the magnolia trees. If you're from the South, you see magnolia trees all the time, and they become kind of kind of a cliche that they're so Southern, and you kind of get sick of seeing them. But you create these new visions of things that we see every day, and you're able to appreciate something as everyday as a magnolia leaf into a whole new experience, and see it in a new way. I just think that's magnificent, and they're stunning. And again, the colors are amazing.
And by the way, I'm going to have this ready in December, at the end of November, December. So if you guys want to take a closer look to the actual prints, come and visit me here at Silver Sea Studios. And look at this. I mean, they would look great in any kind of medium. Can be acrylic, can be canvas, can be cotton paper. Mine, these two that I'm projecting now are going to be printed 24 by 24 on cotton rag paper. But certainly
Very
I can work with anybody finding the perfect medium. Tell us your story about the beach towel.
Beach towel. Yeah, I did a very few, but I did a series of these are also on paper. I just love the way that paper and paint respond. It looks very much like a watercolor, but it's not. It's an acrylic. And so I just watered the acrylic down, and I read somewhere that you should never do that it breaks down the polymers. And then I saw other things, scientific reports that said that makes no difference whatsoever. So suffice to say that I've played around quite a bit with the medium. These are on watercolor paper, and again, just taking the paint to a place that was different. I love the calm effect of these. I tend to be a very busy painter, and with lots of nitpicky little details and splatters and things like that. And this is quite different. It's a very, very calming, peaceful piece, and I find it just a remarkable thing to look at. I enjoyed making it, and like I say, there are a few like this of me just trying to explore where the paint will go and what it will do in different formats and on different media. So yeah, it's 9 by 12 and on watercolor paper, and you're making changes to it.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I just want to make sure that people won't go to my website to find this. They won't find it.
Well, no, if you ask Bogdan, he'll tell you where my stuff is. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share. I think they're lovely and very different from a lot of the other pieces that I've shown.
Yeah, I think it's lovely, and I would have said that this is a watercolor.
Yeah, I mean, and that was my intent was to say, well, if this works with watercolor, why wouldn't this work with acrylic? And it did. It soaks up very similarly. The paint responds a little differently from what watercolor does, but basically it's giving the same effect, which I find remarkable and delightful.
Fabulous.
Always
Now,
play.
Do we? What's the next open Saturday here at Silver Sea Studios?
Well, we will be open on the second Saturday, which is the 13th of this month. I will not be there. I will be at the Houston Zine Fest, which is the second big Zine Fest here in town. It's actually, I think, bigger than the first. And again, it's been quiet for a couple of years now because of COVID.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll bring out a big audience. We did quite well at the last one a couple of years ago. And so that'll be fun. I'll be at that, but the studios will be open on the 13th.
And I will be here.
And Bogdan will be in his studio. And he's got the key to mine. So if you have to have some of my work, that's okay. And then, of course, the third Saturday, the artists at Silver Street Studios open as well. So we'll be there also on the third Saturday of the month, which is getting pretty close to Thanksgiving. And of course, by that time, we're heading off to Mexico. We've been traveling quite a lot for people who don't travel.
Yeah. Well, this is what I wanted to add, that now I'm on my way to Fort Hood.
Yes.
With the club, the Inner Blue Photography Club. We are going there every year, this time in November, to photograph military families. And this is a charity act that we want to participate and give everybody that's there a set of family photographs to share with their relatives and other family members on this time of the year.
It's a remarkable gift to give them. I mean, a lot of these young military families, they don't get a lot of money. They do a great service for us all, and for a lot of them, they've never had a family portrait done.
No,
and so they just can't afford that kind of money. And so it's able, when people are deployed, it's also a way for families to send pictures of the kids and the family back home to the soldiers deployed. Now, I think a lot of soldiers are home, which is wonderful, but it may mean that the entire family is able
more
to
people
come
who
and get
photograph
those
this
portraits
time.
made. Yeah.
But
So it should be a lovely gift. And you guys will do like 400 or 500 families in a weekend.
Probably, yeah.
Hopefully
we'll have enough photographers there to keep up with the flow of the people.
It's a pretty positive experience, and I know it's a lot of hard work.
And it's very organized. And you know what I like about military families and military in general to photograph, they stay the way you want. You tell them to stay in a position and they will.
They're used to following orders.
This is what I like about it. But anyway, I will document everything and share this experience in the next vlog series, Art Life with John and Bogdan on YouTube.
You're actually heading there right after this show,
right?
Right
After this show, yeah.
When you go, I'm going back to paint. You're going to hit the road. So,
yes. Well, I think it's time to close this up because it's 11:30.
Excellent.
And we want to thank you for watching us, for being here with us, and wish you a fantastic end of the week.
Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye.